What's up? What's up? Shout out to you guys. How's it all going? Shout out to the chat. Let's say hi to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Spicy Sushi saying good day. G'day, mate. Coming to you live from Australia. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being here. Now let's jump into the charts because we all want to look at what's going on with Bitcoin. Why did Coinbase go down today? What's going on with these markets? Yes, we had this 25 basis point hike the other day, and yet we have recovered. Bitcoin still remains strong. It still has crawled its way back after that small little push downwards. So we got some levels. We got some ideas. We'll jump into the 12 just to go over what has happened. Maybe the 24. And we can see that after the beautiful news of Jerome Powell, we got faked out to the upside. And then we got pushed down. Not too dramatic. A nice push, a nice push. We can see beautiful 8%, with some leverage. That was a nice trade. Then yesterday we pumped up a little bit, and then I got into a short here, and we were talking about a short on the stream yesterday from here. I actually went to bed, but I did take my take profit down here, and guess what? I made a nice 30% gain while I was sleeping. Woke up to profits this morning. So guess what? With some right plans, some right actions, some take profits, some good risk management, we were able to take profit. After the live stream, we came up here. This was our trading plan, and we were targeting the bottom of the range. But when I went to bed, I said to myself, well, where's the swing low here? And it was at 27,261. I brought it up to 280 just to make sure that it got hit. And guess what? It came up. Even on a retracement, it came up. And it got hit, took the profits out, woke up this morning, saw that we were up here. And guess what? I was happy that I had changed my take profit. So I did manage to sneakily grab some profits. But what are we looking at right now? We were talking in the Discord, so don't forget to join us in the Discord. We were talking about this pump today. We got a double top here that is forming, but right now I'm not convinced. To me, it looks more of like we had the news. Now we've worked our way back up. We are flagging out some sort of flag to possibly push to the upside, right? So the bears are worrying yet again because Bitcoin, no matter how many banks fail, no matter what's going on, it seems to be strong. So what we're looking for today, and I'll be looking for as well, is for a swing failure pattern to the downside with some sort of bearish divergence to bring us down. So I'm looking for a Friday pump. It is Friday here. We're done for the week. We're sharing our progress. I'm a carpenter by trade, and I'm here to show you that no matter what, if you're working a busy, hard job, you can come to these charts, extract profits, and trade the Bitcoin, trade crypto, and put some of those profits into your pocket and make some extra income. So looking at this right now, we're looking for the top of this range, which is up here, and we're looking for a short, and we'll give you guys that setup. But as you can see right now, we are flagging out, and we're looking for some sort of rejection up here with exhaustion with bearish divergence. What's up, Felix? Thank you so much for joining. Main man, how are we doing? Hope you're doing well. It's Friday for us, man. Happy Friday. Hope you had a good week. We could be looking at a little bit of a pump here and possibly jump into a short scalp somewhere around this range. So before the stream, I was looking at the longer term time frame. So we'll get rid of this and we'll look at what's going on here because we were looking at the weekly. And right now, I like to zoom out and always take a look at the overall picture, right? So when you zoom out and look at the overall picture, we have clear points of volume here. And this is the volume that we're really looking to get into, right? We're looking to get into this range here that was very much traded from before. This is the range, right, that we are knocking on the door, looking to jump into. We have obviously, since June, we've been trading in this range over here that we have broken out of, and we remain to stay to the upside. So these are both of our ranges, and it's crazy. I didn't even notice this, but if you look here, if we had continued this point of control over, we had a perfect touch down to this point of control and then up, which is actually pretty awesome because, you know, it just shows that TA works, right? So now we're looking at this 25.2 area right here to hold us up from coming back into here. As an overall perspective, we do not want to get under here and continue downwards. Right now, the market structure has obviously come down, and now it is trying to push back up. We can see we are making higher lows, and a healthy retracement right now is what we're looking for. My man, how are you? Happy weekend to you. Thank you so much, Felix. Much appreciated, my guy. I think we're going to jump on some Diablo this weekend. I don't know about you, but we might go and check out the video game today. We will also be trading. We will also be in the Discord. So join us in the Discord. Great community. Much love. We're always here trying to help each other, trying to get profitable. So what are we looking at also on the market cipher? So we're going to jump into that. And I was looking at the 4, the 3, and the 2-day, and we're looking at some sort of long-term bearish divergence. Now, to me, with all this movement upwards, it's hard to really look at a bearish divergence and hope that it plays out. We do have key levels of support here that want to hold us down and put us back into this range. These perma bears, like myself, that are trying to dump price on us. We've had such an awesome move up, so we're looking for a little bit of a retrace down to the 25.2, but we need to find the volume. We need the beautiful, yeah, it does open. It opens tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. Should be exciting, my man. Should be exciting. I won't be getting up early for it. I could use for a nice sleep in, but exciting, exciting, exciting. You know, here trading crypto, also making friends along the way, which is amazing. So looking at the long-term time frames, we can see that stochastic is very much oversold up top here. But one thing I did notice is that even on the 3-day and the 4-day, when we were looking at the stochastics, we can see that it's finally starting to possibly curl over. If I move this out of the damn way, we can see that it's possibly starting to curl over here. Now, this is a bearish sign because obviously we want some relief, which we haven't had any, right? On the 5-day, it remains straight vertical. On the weekly, it remains straight vertical. But on the 4-day, the 3-day, and the 2-day, it is starting to curl over. Even on the 3-day and the 2-day, it has turned red, and it looks to be looking to curl over. We also have the bearish divergence, so be very aware of this. If we do get some sort of fake out to the upside, look for it to dump on our heads and possibly these momentum waves to curl over and the money flow to continue to the dark downside. Now, we got to be careful, right? We got to be careful. Beta opens in 10 hours. Yeah, sleep in. Me too. That is what it's all about. I mean, as a tradie, we value our sleep. You know, I've been pouring concrete, forming concrete, pouring concrete, rendering concrete all week whilst coming live trading. And, you know, it can be very exhausting. But you know what? We got to put in that work. We got to get into the charts, and we have to try to help the community every single day. We're here. Thank you so much, TRD. Farmer saying, happy Friday, fam. Thank you so much, Farmer. Appreciate you, my man, my fellow countryman, Canadian, Winnipegian. I don't even know what a Winnipeg. Someone from Winnipeg's name is Winnipegian. I know I'm from Toronto, so I'm a Torontonian. Correct me, please, TRD Farmer. A Winnipegian is what I'm going with. Final answer. The price is wrong, Alex O Crypto. So looking at this, going down into the daily. Now we'll look at the daily. Now we have a little bit of a curl up, and that's probably the little U shape that we saw today in the charts. We were up here. The Fed news dumped us. We've curled back up. Can we see this curl over? We do have a green dot that has not printed yet on the daily. This can be bullish, so we have to be cautious here. Winnipegger. We'll call you a Winnipegger, and we won't talk about pegging. So we'll continue to watch the daily here for it to curl back over. We are going to be keeping a close eye on this green dot here because that can bring us up, and that will be printed in 17 hours. So it's quite a long time to when the next candle will be printed. So that can definitely change in a blink of an eye, right? So, and if you're wondering when does the candle close, if you look to the right here, it says simply on the side here 1750, right? And depending on what time frame you are on, it'll tell you when the next candle is. Just a little tidbit of information along the way, right? You have and up top here, you have your open, your high, your low, and your close. If you didn't know that, that's another tidbit. We got tidbits all the time trying to help you guys understand the charts, understand TradingView. You know, depending where your cursor is, it'll tell you open, high, all the good stuff, right? Just these little things that help us analyze the charts and be more profitable along the way. So as we get through, we can look at the money flow. It's staying pretty flat in the red underneath the daily, right? We can see that we're very overbought, right? And we're looking to curl over on the momentum waves, okay? Delta Chi or Chai, I'm going to go with Chi because you seem pretty zen to me with the Delta and the Alpha. Good morning, Otters. Thank you so much for being here. Otter gang in the house. Always happy to see you. Delta Chai, Delta Chi in the place to be. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. Legend. So going through all these, we can see we're oversold. I feel like we don't retrace until everyone turns bullish. Then like 1 million BTC predictions, BTC pull in the bulls, then dumps off them. Yeah, see, a lot of people are calling this huge pump, this huge bullishness. Bank fails, yet we're still hiking interest rates. We're in a clear uptrend. We're definitely in a clear uptrend. There's no doubt about it. The trend is your friend, right? So we got to be very cautious about shorting this, right? We want to short the highs, buy the lows, but right now it's very risky because we are on that breakthrough area up into the nether regions of 30K, right? So we want to be very careful because we know that we can get a fast move up here and flip this to support and then continue upwards, right? We don't want to be a victim of getting liquidated or stopped out on anything similar to these pumps right here where it just shoots up like a rocket ship, right? So remember to always use good risk management, but we also want to set ourselves up in case price does work its way down. We want a nice entry up here so we can make those profits, right? So we can catch those bigger moves, right? So we need to be aware of the levels, try to jump in with good risk management at the right areas, and that's what we try to do at this on this channel, right? We always set you guys up with our ideas, our thoughts, when we're going to jump in, where our ranges are, and then hopefully with that understanding, you can manage your own risk, your capital with a healthy mindset and extract some profits for yourself, right? Because we all want to be winning, right? As DGen Otter traders, we got to practice good mindset and we got to have good risk management, right? So right now, it's looking bearish to me on these long-term time frames, but we have to remember the trend is your friend, so it can definitely continue to pump upwards, right? You can see very simply that this has pumped up, flagged out, right? Pumped up, flagging out. A bit of news has brought us down, so that's to be ignored and looking to move upwards. That is exactly what we're expecting, is a move upwards, but with all this bearishness signals, we got to try and trade the ranges. And right now we're at the very top of a range, right? We're at the very top of this range, around 29,000 is the top of our range before we enter into those levels that we were talking about in the beginning of the stream that you can clearly see over here. This is where this entry to this higher level area is, right? You can see this is where we traded up very high here, and it also corresponds with the dollar index, okay? So you can see bull market over here trading up top, right? Bear market drops us down, and if we go over to the dollar index, we can also see this dollar index very low, lots of money being, then boom, bear market, right? Dollar is super high, bear market begins, right? And now we've slowly worked our way down, and we're trying to get the dollar index below this 100 mark, right? Right now, Bitcoin dominance, the dollar dominance has been weakened. It's come back down, so Bitcoin has definitely pumped, but we have failed to break into this area right here, which means that Bitcoin is going to start flying, right? We've come down, we've tested it, and we've bounced. Now, with the dollar index, we have to be very aware that obviously this was COVID pumping and all that stuff. So as it works, if it works its way down here and then bounces and it stays within these areas here, then I don't see Bitcoin moving too dramatically to the upside, right? Because as the dollar falls, which it has recently, Bitcoin pumps. So it looks like it's trying to work its way back up here, and it could be working its way back up, which means bearishness for Bitcoin. So multiple signals that are and confluence throughout the markets, 786 bounce here, that are showing that, you know what, there could be a move higher up, but we definitely have to be on the more of the cautious side. So make sure to use good risk management, tight stop losses, watch the dollar index. It'll be a leading indicator right now to which way Bitcoin will move. If it stays within this zone, Bitcoin can move up, right? But if it works its way straight back up above this $3 and it punches through, then it's very bearish, okay? Keep an eye on the dollar. Back to Bitcoin. Now let's go through the medium hour time frames, which we like to look at just for some more confluence. We can see that market Cipher is curling over, but we do have the sign of bullishness, which is the money flow. The money flow is curling up, which is more of a long-term leading indicator. You can see the curvature in the money flow that is going to attempt to break through this zero line. This zero line is a key indicator that money is coming back into the market, not out of the market, but into the market, meaning bullishness for Bitcoin, right? And we can see the VWAP has gotten above the 0 here on the 14-hour. Now let's flip over to the 12, and we can see similarly that the half day here, the 12-hour VWAP is back up, money flow is spiked up, right? And we are oversold, or we are overbought, but we do have this green dot that has yet to print, but it is a lot more likely to print because there's only 5 hours and 45 minutes left for that to print. So bullishness, mixed signals on the 12-hour. Can that bring us up, right? Because remember, tomorrow is our last trading day of the week. Okay, so it's a Friday. Markets will move to set themselves up for Monday, which means that they're going to try and get whatever trade they want in order to set the markets up for the following week. So prepare for volatility tomorrow. But look, these can be a leading indicator. Tonight, I would be watching if this green dot on the 12 prints, and that will give me a better idea of bullish or bearishness in the coming day tomorrow, right? So as I flip through, we can see green dot has printed on the 8 and the 6 and the 5, right? But it does look like it can curl over here, curl over in the short term, right? So if we do get a curl over, we'll be looking for more bearishness because you can see a clear downtrend here on the momentum waves and a clear uptrend here on the price action, right? Which is a divergence which should bring us down, but we have to remember that the bulls are in control and we only want to be shorting from the very top of these ranges, right? And if we do manage to get into a short, we want to make sure that stop loss is pretty tight because if it does take off, it's going for a ride, right? So be very cautious and be using good risk management. I can say it over and over again, but we need to practice good risk management. So watching this here, you can see that money flow on the 4 hours very, very thick in the green, and stochastic remains overbought, but we can see it slowly heading down, possibly setting up for a bigger move, right? On the shorter term time frames, it's very much looking bullish, but we need to be very cautious of what it's going to do over the next 4 to 8 hours. And that will kind of set us up for tomorrow's trading day and the ranges that we're looking to trade. When we look at the ranges, we'll get into the 1 hour here. And the 1 hour is looking bullish. It has a green dot that has printed And we also have money flow curving up and VWAP pushing pretty vertical right now. So we're looking for that swing failure pattern. I was saying this in the Discord. So the link's in the description for the Discord. Don't forget to join us in the Discord. But we're looking for that swing failure pattern. What do I mean by that? I mean that price here, we can see that we've pushed up over the day. We've flagged out, right? And we've kind of bounced around and we've been narrowing out. Well, what the swing failure pattern will be is that when we turn on volume, we can see here that we're getting these spikes in volume, right? Spike down. Obviously, this was the Fed meeting, but crawl back up. We shorted yesterday. We got out of that, instant profits, and then we had this huge spike up and a swing failure pattern. See this? This is exhaustion. This is an exhaustion wick. If I zoom in on the higher or on the lower term time frames, like Felix's favorite, the 22, we can see multiple wicks of exhaustion here, right? Multiple wicks. And with all these wicks, we can see that we came over, we curled, and then we dumped, right? And then we came back down, retraced, and now we've continued and we've gone sideways and pretty stagnant now. So it looks like it's setting up for a push upwards, right? This is your trend. 1, 2, 3, up. Now down 1, 2, and then can we get another push up, right? So we need to be watching these things in order to look for a trade. Right now, this is no trade in my opinion, but going back to the 1 hour, we'll look for a range. And I believe that we have the top of the range, which is obviously the swing highs. But if we pull volume, let's pull it from this wick here over to here. We can see that we're up in the top region of this volume. We have the spike in the middle that has not much volume. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to draw a horizontal here and a horizontal at the very top. And we want to be looking for possible swing failure patterns to the upside and the downside. So possibly here for a long like we had right here, and which is a perfect level, and then possibly up to the tops here for another drop. Now we can get more specific by pulling some fibs, and we'll do that right now. So we'll go into the 30-minute and we'll pull some fibs and take another look. Now when we pull the fibs, we want to pull from the swing high here. Oops. To the swing low here, and we can see that we've had some wicks bounce off of it already. So I would be aiming for the 786 because I like to be a bit more safe. So I'd be aiming right around the 786, and we can obviously see that we've had multiple wicks up here as well, and this is our value area high. So somewhere within this region, I'm going to be looking for a swing failure and looking for a short, and possibly ride it down to the bottom here. I will take profits early and pay myself and make sure I practice good risk management by moving that stop loss into profits. So this would be my trade setup. I'd be aiming for the bottom of this range. So when I zoom out, we can see that with this volume profile, it gives you very easy to read levels in order to trade. As my volume profile disappeared. I guess so. That's okay. We can pull another one. And the volume profile will say, hey, why don't you just put your take profits down here? So one thing I definitely do is whenever I put my take profits, you see, this is where everybody's going to put their take profits. And this is where market makers and whales know that we want to take our profits here. So move it up a bit. Move it up a bit. That's a little trick because sometimes it won't hit. So always move it up just a little bit in order to guarantee that you're going to make that profits. Because how many times have you seen price come to a level that you're expecting to take profits and it's like, nah, and it bounces off, right? So whatever you think it is, that's where the whales are expecting you to take profits. Probably at the bottom of this wick. Probably at the bottom of this wick, right? That's where your take profits are. Put it a little bit higher, right? Pay yourself. And don't watch the trade go in the opposite direction after you should have paid yourself, right? Sometimes you have to mark it out, but make sure you pay yourself, okay? So watching this, you can see we're getting a little bit of a move here. Can we get some volume to come into the markets and push us up? Right now we've seen volume curl over. If we go into the 12, which I like to trade, we can see we're getting a couple of blood diamonds that haven't brought us down, which tells me that the bulls are still in control, right? A couple of blood diamonds. Stochastics in RSI is hanging around the middle, which means it's indecisive. Price is very flat. We've had very weird momentum waves. I wouldn't say they're that strong. So we're looking for a reversal here, but I'd be looking for a swing failure first. So looking at this price action, very simple price action. Obviously, a very clearly defined middle, right? We have a couple highs. So we're looking for price to work its way up and then back down. Very simple, right? But as a scalper, as a day trader, this can be pretty lucrative if you get a good entry and take your profits early and pay yourself, right? So that's what we're going to be watching right now. Let's go over to the S&P 500 and take a look at that. Now we can see the S&P had quite the awesome push all the way up to this level that we had marked out at 4,019, 4,020. It got rejected here, and we can see that this is a clear level of resistance throughout this previous range, right? This is a range right now, so it looks like it's getting rejected. Can this bounce down to this key level of support? Now, what do I mean by that? That is a key trend line that has been respected all the way through this downtrend, right? So as you can see, we've pushed through it. We've bounced off of it, flipping it to support, but it doesn't seem that we can turn the jets on and head upwards just yet. So we've got to be patient here, but look for the S&P to possibly bounce from here and test this 4,071 or continue down and bounce downwards, right? So we'll see how the price reacts and where the gap starts tomorrow, because there's always some sort of gap that gets filled, right? So we'll be watching that in order to trade Bitcoin, because with the S&P and how it behaves, Bitcoin does behave very similarly. It's very, very similar. So I'm going to go over to check the CME gaps, see if we got any new ones. And you know what? I don't think we have. Let's go down to the 4-hour. Let's check the CME. Now, I missed this one the other day. I felt bad for not telling you guys. There was one down here that we did come and fill on the Fed meeting. I didn't check it, so apologies from me. We did not catch that one because it would have been a nice little level to enter a long trade, but we didn't catch that one. But you know what? We can't be perfect. We have one down here that we are looking for to be filled at 21,145, which is quite a long shot right now thinking about it. But if we do head downwards, that would be one of the key areas that I'm targeting. To the downside, my target is 25,200 right now, and that's just a key level of support for us now that we've broken through. When we look at 25.2 on the longer term time frames, we can see that this level right here has held us down. Now we have broken up above it and we're looking for it to hold, but it's definitely a key level for us to come to if we do have a retracement. Oof. Hope you're all doing well. Shout out to you guys. Smash the like buttons. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. We're here every single day going live, trying to give you ideas, trade setups. If there's any alts or anything that you're trading right now and you want me to take a look at it, no problem. I'll have a peek. We can go through it. We can discuss some trading ideas and possibly extract some profits together. Looking at Matic, looking at Ethereum, we're always looking at alts, trying to help you guys find nice trade setups in order to be making them profits, getting a better idea, maybe just a second look to confirm your idea. Whatever you need, we're here for you every single day. Join us in the Discord. Ask any questions there. We have multiple traders in there, resources, people willing to help, and a lot of knowledge and a bunch of friendly people, you know, great community and lots of fun, lots of banter, but also lots of good TA and lots of good fun, right? Thank you so much for being here. If there's no more from you guys, I'm going to go and I think we're having Greek wraps today. Spoiled Rotten Am I by Mrs. Otter. Always out cooking up the finest meals. I feel spoiled, and I should stop probably talking about food every time I'm saying goodbye to you guys, but can't help it. Dinner's after 5, right? After the live at 5, we get into dinner. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for all your support. Join us in the Discord. We'll be setting up these trades. We'll be looking for the swing failure pattern. Hopefully it comes up to our level here, and we'll be getting it. Thanks. Your channel is very educational, and it's chi, not chai. So we're going to go with the chi. Anytime, Delta Chi. Anytime. Look, we're going to go and look for a trade right now. We're getting a little bit of a pump. Let's go into the DGen 1 minute. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Can we get up there? I hope you're all doing well. Remember, pay yourselves, practice good risk management. Much love to every single one of you. God bless you. Take care. And we'll see you tomorrow, Friday. Yeah. Let's do it. Bye. Mrs. Otter, do you think they like the beatbox? No? You think they probably think we're annoying. Well, you know what? We'll keep doing it. We'll keep the beat going because we've got lots of people here who not only want to talk crypto, but want to be entertained. Have a great day, guys. Peace out. God bless. See you in the next one. Bye.